For many of you who get scared easily, this video probably caused your body to go through physical changes which you have no control over. Your heart rate gets faster, you may start to sweat, and your body gets ready to either stand and fight or flee the situation. This reaction is very normal. It has been necessary for our ancestors to survive and is controlled by a human hormone. Let's take a quick trip back in time to take a look at our molecule. Here we have a hungry saber-toothed tiger looking for a meal. One day he is exploring his territory when he comes across a caveman discovering fire. Now, before you guess what is going to happen next, let's look at the evolutionary adaptations of each individual. The saber-toothed tiger is a well-adapted, ferocious predator. Sharp claws, sharp teeth, and good agility make it very lethal. The caveman, on the other hand, seems to be in trouble since he lacks strong defenses and has a clumsy, upright figure. He does, however, have the hormone norepinephrine. This molecule, as a hormone, triggers the fight or flight response, which allows our caveman to escape the scene without much harm. When the body finds itself in a stressful situation, this molecule readies the body in the case of a life-threatening scenario. This amazing molecule, also known as noradrenaline, is part of the catecholamine family, which also contains adrenaline and dopamine. All of these molecules are derived from the amino acid tyrosine. The human body can normally make tyrosine from the amino acid phenylalanine. However, if the body does not receive enough of this amino acid in the diet, then it cannot make norepinephrine in the proper amounts. This will lead to the response not being able to function normally. When the body encounters a stressful situation, the triangular-shaped adrenal glands above the kidneys release noradrenaline into the bloodstream. Eventually, the molecules reach their target organs and bind to adrenoreceptors to invoke responses. These are protein receptors on the surface of cells, which transmit the signal into the cell. The two main adrenoreceptors which noradrenaline binds to are alpha and beta receptors. Alpha adrenoreceptors are generally found in the smooth muscle of blood vessels, bronchi, gastrointestinal tract, uterus, and bladder. When noradrenaline binds to them, a signal transduction pathway causes the smooth muscle to contract, a process called vasoconstriction. Because this is part of the autonomic nervous system, it is an involuntary response. The beta adrenoreceptors are found in the heart, blood vessels, and adipose tissue, where binding causes an increased heart rate, vasodilation, and lipolysis, respectively. These actions give the human body an extra boost of strength and allow it to perform tasks which normally would be impossible. The action of noradrenaline, however, is not limited to a hormone. It is also a vital neurotransmitter involved in the sympathetic nervous system. Another important way in which noradrenaline helps our caveman survive is through memory. After the first traumatic encounter with the saber-toothed tiger, he will remember to avoid it due to the negative emotions that he associates with it. This formation of memory is largely controlled by noradrenaline in the amygdala area of the brain. This mechanism has helped humans survive by avoiding possibly deadly situations. In a particular experiment, mice were genetically mutated to lack a specific enzyme required to make noradrenaline. When normal mice were put into a traumatic situation which they had been in before, they would freeze up. However, the mutated mice failed to do so in the same situation. This suggests that noradrenaline is involved in the retrieval of these memories. Because noradrenaline plays such an important role in the brain, it is often part of many mental disorders. Medication for ADHD, for example, often works to increase levels of noradrenaline in the brain to promote focus. Drugs which are used to treat depression perform a similar task to increase noradrenaline levels in the brain. Lastly, noradrenaline is administered to patients who have hypotension. By acting on alpha adrenoreceptors, it causes vasoconstriction to raise blood pressure. From an evolutionary standpoint, noradrenaline has helped the human race greatly. By helping humans survive possibly deadly situations, it has contributed to the success of our species. Problems with this hormone could lead to major problems in the human body.